Guys, I thought about doing this just to explain my reference points on doing a lap here in Okayama. The lap itself, it's good. It's at 23.598. Um, and I'll try to explain the basic reference I take in order to try to be fast at least here. So I'll do this on a slow motion perspective, starting by entering the main straight or the start finish straight while preparing for turn one. Turn one, you have to have a car that rotates well under acceleration because you want to be sure that you start braking. Let me go backwards a little bit. You want to be sure that you start braking like 75 meters or 50 meters before the actual turn begins. And you have to, while on your initial turn in, you have to be sure that the car is entering in the right position in terms of the apex. And just when you find out that the rotation that you have on the car is able to support the throttle application that you will do, is when you start doing that. So I'll keep the inputs here visible just for you to understand. Okay, I start braking just about here. If you look, there's the reference of 100 meters. I would say pretty much on 75. There's no other visual reference that you can take, but you can miss this by 10 or 20 meters. It's no problem. What you want to make sure is that you want to reach the apex right over here. And right now I'm not doing anything on throttle. And when you see that you have that you are on the right position to start your throttle application, just do it, floor it down, and the car will be able to cope with that. Then you want to move to the right. Here I just do a small brake application just to make the car turn a little bit. You see, just a small one. You can use this small steward office at your right as a reference. I just press the brake pedal enough for the car to rotate, the initial rotation at least, and then I wait to it is a late apex turn, so you don't want to. I'll probably do that on a slow motion perspective. You don't want to be in the initial part of the turn, again the curb there. You want to hit it probably after the middle of the turn, and then floor it again. You have to have a car that is able to rotate, but on this specific turn you have to be careful because you'll probably have oversteer if you don't manage throttle application. Okay, so the next turn is one of the most important ones. You want to be sure that you start using your brakes just before the 15 meters mark. I do it like 60 or 70. You see, I'm already using brakes here. It is an odd braking point. So this is my reference in terms of braking point. What I would like to do is to be sure that I hug the inside curve that you see over here right in the beginning of the turn, and you will understand why as soon as we start moving through the corner. Okay, so hard braking zone. I do it on third gear. You see a small uh, block on the inside front tire. Then you want to be sure that you have your car already pointed to the exit of the turn before doing your throttle application again. So what I do is make sure that the car, okay, I touch the curb. I'm still doing some braking here. It's a trail braking zone. Once I realize that the car is able to, and you see here you have like a small banking zone, so it is an uphill corner, but with a banked outside. If I if I'm saying it correctly, but you're able to press the throttle really early in the turn, but you don't want to move to the outside. So you really want to grab the inside of the turn and make sure that you have all your throttle application while doing it on the inside of the turn. So I'm not sure whether I did this. Yes. You could also be more close to the inside, okay? Because that will save you time. Okay, let's move along. That turn is pretty important because you will gather all the momentum in order to do this straight with the maximum speed that you are able to. Even if you miss the the braking zone, it's better for you to start earlier than later. Okay, so you saw, I will move backwards just to explain this once again. You saw that my braking reference is a little bit before 50 meters. Okay, if you want to miss it by braking earlier, not later, because you want to make sure that you start accelerating right over here and doing this on the inside of the turn. Here I moved it a little bit to the outside, so I lost, I would say, like less than 1/10 for sure, but nevertheless it's important for you to accelerate as early as you can. So miss it by being earlier than the reference point, not by being later. Okay, so moving to the next breaking point, or the next turn. This one is very difficult because you are not seeing here visually, but you also have a banking zone over here, so it's easier to block to lock your front right tire again. And once again, it's very important to 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 do this turn all by the inside of the turn. So even if you are defending your position, and because the next one will be a left turn, you probably want to stick to the inside of the turn, because you'll save time by doing that. Okay, the reference point here to do this, you'll see that I'll start braking by the a little bit before the 50 meters mark. I'd say like between the 100 meters and the 50 meters mark. It's a hard braking zone again. I'll do it. I think I do it in second gear. Yes, second gear. And what I do is I brake real hard, and then I let the car do the rotation without any input. And when I start seeing that the car is already in position, then I'll start accelerating once again. Be sure to hug the inside of the curb, because you'll find out that will be quicker doing it that way. Okay. So here is the braking zone. You see between one, it's actually closer to the 1 meters mark, 100 meters mark, but you can be closer to the 50. No problem. The only thing is that you have to do it harder in terms of braking. I'm almost 90% in terms of you see here the front tire is locking. It's normal, although you want to reduce the amount of lock that you have. I kept on the inside of the turn, then I moved to the right part of the track in order to position myself to this left turn. On this left turn, I'm already in third gear. And what I do is either to release the throttle application for a moment just to point the car under no other input, or just press the brake pedal a little bit. Okay, you can do it without pressing the brake pedal. I'm not sure I did it. Yes. Then you start accelerating hard. Here you can use all the curb. Okay, the 1x is actually to the right part of the Astro turf surface that you see here, so you can use it. You can even go a little bit further than I thought. Okay, here this one is it's one done that you can gain a lot by doing it right. You want to be sure that you hit the apex right, and then you can floor it immediately. You have to manage the throttle application, because if you find out that you are oversteering, you'll probably hit the outside curb and you can lose your car over there. So be sure to manage that, especially on the first laps, because the track is not that warm, not the tires, of course. So here you want to start braking just after the 50 meters mark. I do it once again on the inside of the turn. The outside does not have a huge amount of grip. You will find out that if you try to do it. But basically, I try to hug the inside once again, hard braking to second gear. And then I let the car just with a small reference of input of the throttle. I had oversteer here, so I had to correct it. But you can start, if you have the car dialed in, you can start throttle application really early. Here you want to brake hard once again and hit the inside curb, and you can floor it like after 75% of the turn is already done. So it's important, this one, once again. I'll repeat that one. You want to make sure that it is done, that it's done in second gear. You want to make sure that you hit the inside curb, and once you realize that you have enough space to floor it, once you can experience also some oversteer moment. But if you are able to manage that, even adjusting your wheel while doing it, you want to floor it as soon as you can. Okay, so this one, the next one is pretty much straightforward. Is full throttle. You want to just kiss the inside curb, not to be too far from the outside. And here I usually downshift to third just to have the rotation I need to floor it as soon as I can. So basically I start braking as soon as I finish this AstroTurf surface here. Okay, you see, as soon as I finish it, start braking. Fourth gear, then third gear, and I'm not using my brakes anymore, just to have the rotation, and as soon as I can, full throttle. Okay, can use the AstroTurf surface here, no problem. And this was my app and the reference that I take while doing Fastlap here in Okayama. Hope hope it you can use this as an advantage as well. Okay, see you guys later. By the way, this was done in the default conditions, late afternoon and 20% track usage.